Hey guys, so Odin here. Um, it's been a little while, so I thought that it's time for me to make another video, especially with some things that have went down uh, in my life recently. Um, so there's a certain topic that I was asked a while back to discuss, and I have a list of a few things that I still need to discuss. But this one particular thing has kind of come up for me recently, so I decided that maybe I should speak on it. So there was a question about what my thoughts are about disclosing the fact that you're trans on dating websites and jobs. So, me personally, I do disclose straight up that I'm trans on dating websites. I put it in my profile. I just kind of put it out there because I feel like if you're interested, cool. If you're not, whatever. Because I rather, if you're not interested, don't speak to me. You know, it's just how I feel about it. But I do feel that we have to give the person the choice. I feel like it's only fair to give anyone the choice and the right to say right off the bat, I will or I will not date a trans person. I feel like it's a bad representation on the trans community to present yourself as a cis person instead of just being straight up with someone. Because a lot of cis people just see us as trying to fool people, and the more that you try to pass as cis in the dating community, I completely understand the whole the feelings of not wanting to be rejected and stuff like that. But when you try to pass a cis and then you're ready to say, hey, I'm trans, it leaves a bad representation on our whole community, because then it's like, oh, you're just trying to fool people. And obviously, I know, and most of the community knows, that that's not what you're trying to do. You're just, trying to find someone that's willing to give you a chance and see you for the man or woman that you are. And it can be a little scary to step out and say, yeah, I'm trans, straight away. I do feel like we are not obligated to put in our profiles and state publicly that we are trans, simply because it could be a hazard to our safety. I feel like, fix this a little bit. I feel like there are a lot of people that are out there that will search for trans people specifically to harass them or cause harm to them. And so, no, I do not feel like we are obligated to state to anyone that we are trans publicly. Now, once someone shows interest And if you feel interested in this person, I feel like if there is any sexual attraction between you two, any romantic attraction between you two, it is your responsibility to say, listen, before anything gets too serious between us, I need to let you know that I am trans, because I'm trying to be straight up, and no, I don't state it in my profile, but that's for safety reasons, for my safety. But I do want to be straight up with you. I am trans. I feel like that's just integrity. I feel like it's just the right thing to do, and to also give trans people a better name, that we're not just out here trying to fool people into being with us. As for jobs, trans people have a lot of issues with jobs. Me personally, from my experience, I have had a lot of issues with jobs. I just recently was working at a barbershop, and I was working stealth because I feel like it's no one's business at a job or workplace. I feel like if I'm not in a sexual relationship with you, if I'm not, in a relationship at all with you other than working, it's none of your business. And I also feel like it's a safety hazard for me, especially if I'm working with mostly men. I don't really feel threatened by females. Of course, women can be violent at times as well, just like men can be. But out of personal experience, I have experienced that men are a lot more violent and a lot more capable of hurting me. So I rather be stealth in a work environment that could be hazardous to my life and my health, my well-being. And at this barbershop, it was all men. And every day I was nervous about going into work. I wouldn't use the restroom because I was worried that someone might be able to walk in on me. It's just you never know what could happen if someone walks in, or if someone finds out that you're trans. Sadly, the barbershop did find out that I was trans, and it was a little scary. One of the barbers in the barbershop was a little hostile whenever he found out. He was pacing back and forth and just like, I can't wrap my head around this, and made me very nervous, actually. And the owner of the barbershop was like, I don't feel like this is a good fit for you. I don't think that this is the right barbershop for you. In all honesty, I don't think that any barbershop is going to be open or accepting of this. So I just said okay, and I packed my stuff and I left. And it was a big blow to me, to be honest, because I need a job. I have a kid to take care of. I have a life that I want to build, and I was really hoping that I could build a business at this barbershop, or at least use it as a stepping stone to build my business eventually. But I feel like a lot of us go through hell because it's hard to find a job if your name hasn't been changed yet, but your physical appearance shows that you are definitely trans. Like, if you have a male name but a female appearance, or if you have a female name but a male appearance, they're going to know that you're trans, and they're not going to want to hire you, most likely. I don't know how it is in other states. I know that in the South, it is very, very hard to find a job as a trans person. And then you have to deal with the backlash from coworkers because you're trans. I've had coworkers call me by my birth name, knowing how I felt about it. They would out me in front of customers and clients, and not only is that wrong, but it's dangerous. You never know who could be listening and who could want to cause a trans person harm. It is never your place to out a trans person, ever. That is very important to know for a cis person. I don't care what the situation is, you have no right to out a trans person. So, yeah. As far as a job goes, I feel like, why should I have to disclose my gender information to you or anyone else in this establishment if I'm not sleeping with you? And why does it matter? It shouldn't matter. I also feel like it's essential to our well-being to feel safe in our work environment. Sadly, that isn't always going to be the case. I feel, though, as if you're trans and you feel nervous that you might be outed, and you're nervous about what the outcome could be, if you don't feel safe, I think that it's in your best interest to find a different job, because no one should feel scared to go to work every day. And I know that most of us always have in the back of our mind, what if someone finds out? So yeah, that's about it for today. I hope you all are doing well. I hope your holidays went well, and I'll talk to you all later.